All right, everyone, gather round, because today we're diving headfirst into the American Revolution. We've all seen the paintings of Washington crossing the Delaware, looking stoic as heck. But here's the thing about history. The closer you look, the messier and, frankly, more interesting it gets. We're going beyond the redcoats and the muskets and unearthing some shocking truths about the American Revolution, things they definitely didn't teach you back in school. Okay, pop quiz. Who fought in the American Revolution? If you said the Americans and the British, you're only partially right. Because, my friends, the American Revolution was more of a global affair. First, we've got the French. You might remember Lafayette, the dashing young Frenchman who became besties with Washington. France saw a chance to stick it to their old rivals, the British, and they jumped in with both feet, providing troops, ships, money, the whole 9 yards. Spain, eager to regain some of its lost colonial glory, also joined the party, albeit a bit more cautiously than the French. And let's not forget the Dutch, who provided crucial loans and supplies to the cash-strapped Continental Army. So yeah, the American Revolution was less of a two-person tango and more of a full-blown international dance-off.
All right, imagine this. It's a chilly Boston evening in the 1770s. You walk into a dimly lit tavern, the air thick with the scent of ale and sawdust. Men huddle in corners, whispering in hushed tones, their faces illuminated by flickering candlelight. This wasn't just any tavern. This was the Green Dragon, a seemingly ordinary bar that doubled as the Revolution's secret headquarters. It was here in the Green Dragon that the seeds of rebellion were sown, where ideas were debated and plans were forged. And it was from this very spot that Paul Revere set off on his legendary ride, warning the countryside that the British were coming.
Let's talk about something we often gloss over in history class, the human cost of war. We throw around numbers like they're just that, numbers on a page. But behind every casualty figure, there's a story, a life cut short, a family forever changed. Over 25,000 Americans perished in the fight for independence. That's more than the population of Manhattan at the time. And here's the kicker. That 25,000 figure? That's just the Americans we know about. It doesn't include the countless Native Americans who were drawn into the conflict, fighting on both sides, their lives and land caught in the crossfire. The American Revolution, like all revolutions, was a messy, chaotic affair. And the true cost of freedom, as we often forget, was paid in blood, sweat, and tears.
Chapter 4. Not everyone was Team America.
Here's a revolutionary hot take for you. Not all Americans were gung-ho about independence. You had your hardcore patriots, your firebrands ready to fight for freedom at a moment's notice. But you also had your loyalists, those who remained fiercely devoted to the crown, often for economic or personal reasons. And then there was the vast, often overlooked middle ground, the fence-sitters, the ones who just wanted to live their lives and couldn't be bothered with which flag flew over their heads. The point is, the American Revolution wasn't a clean-cut everyone versus the British narrative. It was a complex, often divisive conflict that played out in towns and villages across the colonies, with loyalties shifting like the tides.
Chapter 5. Spies, Lies and Invisible Ink.
All right, time to trade in our muskets for invisible ink and secret codes, because we're diving into the shadowy world of Revolutionary War espionage. This was a time when the fate of a nation hung in the balance, and secret agents played a crucial role in tipping the scales. Washington, besides being a general and future president, was also a master of espionage. He understood the importance of intelligence in warfare. Enter the Culper ring, Washington's secret weapon in the fight against the British. This group was instrumental in gathering and relaying information. This clandestine network of spies, operating right under the noses of the British, used coded messages, invisible ink, and dead drops to relay vital information about British troop movements, plans, and even gossip back to Washington. Their methods were ingenious and often involved great personal risk. One of their most daring tactics involved a clothesline. This seemingly mundane object became a tool of war. They developed a system where a specific combination of laundry hanging on a line would signal different messages to agents stationed across the river. It was a simple yet effective way to communicate without arousing suspicion. The Culper Ring's impact on the war cannot be overstated. Their intelligence-gathering efforts were pivotal. They provided Washington with crucial intelligence that helped him outmaneuver the British time and again. Without their contributions, the outcome of the war could have been very different.
Forget sleek nuclear-powered submarines. The first underwater attack in naval history involved a wooden contraption that looked like a giant acorn and smelled, well, let's just say it probably didn't smell great. Picture this. It's 1776. The revolution is in full swing, and a young inventor named David Bushnell unveils his secret weapon, the turtle. This thing was basically a wooden barrel, powered by hand cranks, with just enough room for one very brave, or possibly very claustrophobic, operator. Its mission? To sneak up on British warships anchored in New York Harbor and attach explosives to their hulls. The plan involved drilling a hole in the ship's hull while submerged. Easy peasy, right? Except the drill kept bouncing off the iron-plated hulls of British warships. Ultimately, the turtle's mission was a wash, literally. But even though it failed to sink any British ships, its impact on naval warfare was undeniable.
All right, time for a little history myth busting. We've all heard the story. The British surrender at Yorktown in 1781. Everyone cheers. The colonists win. Roll credits. Except not so fast. Turns out, the American Revolution wasn't quite the tidy, wrapped up in a bow affair we often imagine. Because even after Yorktown, even after the British officially threw in the towel, skirmishes and battles continued to erupt across the colonies, particularly in the South. For many loyalists, the fight wasn't over. They felt betrayed by the Crown, abandoned after years of unwavering support. In places like South Carolina, fierce fighting between loyalist militias and patriot forces continued well into 1782, a full year after Yorktown. The point is, the American Revolution wasn't a clean break. It was a messy, drawn-out affair, with lingering resentments and pockets of resistance smoldering long after the official fighting had ceased.
All right, let's address the elephant in the room, or rather, the face on the $1 bill. George Washington, revered founding father, general, president, was, well, not exactly the military mastermind we often make him out to be. Washington was, without a doubt, an exceptional leader. His charisma and determination were unmatched. He held the Continental Army together through sheer force of will, inspiring his troops to keep fighting even when all hope seemed lost. His presence alone was a beacon of hope. But as a military strategist, let's just say he had a knack for snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. His decisions often led to unexpected outcomes. Out of the 9 major battles he commanded, Washington lost 6. Yes, 6 out of 9. That's a worse track record than most of us have at parallel parking. Imagine the frustration. His plans often relied on perfect timing, flawless coordination, and a healthy dose of luck, none of which were exactly in abundance during the Revolution. The chaos was palpable. But here's the thing about Washington. He learned from his mistakes. Each setback was a lesson. He was adaptable, willing to adjust his strategies, even if it meant swallowing his pride. His ability to pivot was crucial to his eventual success. So there you have it. 8 shocking truths about the American Revolution that they probably glossed over in your history textbooks. From international alliances and spy rings to a beer-fueled revolution headquarters and a surprisingly ineffective submarine, the revolution was a lot more complicated and a lot more interesting than we often give it credit for. It was a time of immense struggle and incredible bravery. It reminds us that history isn't just a bunch of dates and names in a textbook. It's the story of real people, grappling with real challenges, and ultimately shaping the world we live in today. Their actions and decisions have had a lasting impact. So the next time you think about the American Revolution, remember, there's always more to the story. The nuances and lesser-known facts make it all the more fascinating. Which of these facts surprised you the most? Was it the international alliances or the beer-fueled headquarters? Let us know in the comments below. We love hearing your thoughts and insights. Like, comment, and subscribe for more little-known history. Hit that subscribe button and join us for more hidden stories from history you won't find in your textbooks. Stay curious and keep exploring the past with us.